Well, Danny, here's one of interest to me, a serious David and Goliath scenario with Chris Jericho set to face Dick the Bulldog Brower. I say, Danny, that is a serious business, isn't it? I like the way you mumble under your breath. You remind me of Popeye in the old black and white Max Fleischer cartoons. Well, that's got to feel good to Chris Jericho. The crowd here in Edmonton giving Chris Jericho an extraordinarily warm welcome. Well, he's super popular here. He's super popular everywhere he's ever competed, all over the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match, one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 226 pounds, Chris Jericho.
To me, he'll forever be Y2J. Chris Jericho making another token appearance during the Canadian leg of the Sweet Revenge Summer Tour. This time going up against Dick the Bulldog Brower in one-on-one action. Chris Jericho moves faster and he thinks faster. As long as he keeps moving fast and thinking fast and doesn't allow Bulldog Brower to get his hands on him, he should be just fine. That'd be the move. Keep it moving, keep Brower off his vertical base, soften him up, and then go for the walls of Jericho. Well, of course, it all sounds marvelous the way you describe it. And if he follows that plan, he can't go wrong. I'm sorry, I can't buy it, Danny. There's 1,000 other things that could go wrong.
His opponent, accompanied by Captain Lou Albanoringside from Dover, Delaware, weighing 285 pounds, the one-man riot squad, Dick the Bulldog Brower.
All right, gang, lock up the entire first row because they are not safe. It's Brower power time. Dick the Bulldog Brower, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, one of the few human beings capable of keeping this unpredictable wild man under control. To be clear, he's not George the Animal Steel crazy, but he could definitely benefit with some anger management class. Look at him, he's borderline psychotic, Danny. Look at those eyes. Absolutely horrifying. Certainly wouldn't be one standing on the other side of the ring looking at that. Not too many people do, and granted, Dick the Bulldog Brower's never going to win any beauty contests. But as far as competing in the ring, he's an A number one competitor, and I think Chris Jericho might have his share of problems tonight. While Brower is certainly one of a class, I've always questioned the validity of allowing people with mental disturbances, whether real or imagined, to be competing inside a wrestling ring. Listen, the doctor passed him. It is what it is. Yes, well, obviously, he's every bit as sane as you or I. Yeah, Jericho's got a huge disadvantage as far as Brower's size and weight are concerned. Oh boy. The bell rings. Here we go. Jericho with a dropkick that don't even make Brower flinch. Jericho counters with a left to the head. Another dropkick. Still can't take Brower down. There's an elbow. Brower got him by the throat. Slams him down. Oh, Jericho counters it. Look at that. That was beautiful. Brower with a dragon screw on Chris Jericho. Jericho counters. Nails him with a dragon screw of his own. Brower counters, gets back up on his feet. Jericho counters with a knee. Another dropkick. Brower still ain't going down. Brower rolls him up. Look at this here. 1, 2. But no. That one didn't work out. Chris Jericho counters Bulldog Brower with a left to the head. The dropkick still won't take him down. Bulldog Brower with a headbutt. Another one. Just backing Chris Jericho up, whips him to the far corner. A clothesline. Jericho rounded up by Brower again. A quick jab, a knee to the midsection, and a couple of kicks to the chest. Bulldog Brower firing on all cylinders right now. Jericho catches a kick, a stomp. Bulldog Brower definitely working at 100% here. Jericho counters, gets back up. Another dropkick still can't take Brower down. Bulldog Brower. Inverted atomic drop. Follows that one up with a second one. Down goes Chris Jericho. Jericho. Round the... Oh, look at this. A jawbreaker. Brower counters. Lutez press. And a set of right hands to Chris Jericho. Captain Lou Albano watching his guy real careful. Brower comes on out. Jericho tags him with a right. Brower puts on the brakes, slams him down to the floor, and goes right for the throat. Not sure if it's a choke or a mandible claw. I can't be sure from here. Jericho counters, gets back up. Brower countered by Jericho with a kick. Chris Jericho makes his way back to the ring. So does Brower. Brower gets a hold of Jericho first. Snap mares him. And there's a straightjacket choke right there from Bulldog Brower. Chris Jericho gets to one knee. Tags Brower with a hard shot to the midsection. A hard right. Brower in the corner. A shoulder tackle and an elbow from Jericho. Rebound off the ropes. And a Bulldog to Bulldog Brower. Ironic. Rear headlock. Brower gets back up again. Couple of elbows to Chris Jericho. Brower winds up the arm. Jericho counters with a forearm. A kick to Brower. Tries for the DDT, but Brower counters. Snapmares Jericho again back into that straightjacket choke. And really cinching up on it. Jericho seems to be having his problems getting out of it. Brower's got it locked in real good. Brower lets the hold go. Follows up with a stomp to Jericho. Rounds him up. Takes him towards the ropes. Bulldog Brower. Countered by Chris Jericho. There's a kick. Brower counters Jericho again. Both these guys really quick. Uh-oh, by the throat. Bad news for Chris Jericho. The Tongan death grip here. Tom Canamora watching, thinks that's it. He's done. The refs rung the bell. Bulldog Brower defeats Chris Jericho by submission. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Your winner, Bulldog Brower.
It's an upset win for Dick the Bulldog Brower, the one-man Riot Squad, picking up a submission win over Chris Jericho. And I'll tell you what, Reg, I can't believe it. Neither can I. I really had it. I was all in for Chris Jericho to win this one. Like I said, he allowed Bulldog Brower to get his hands on him for a bit too long. Yep, obviously that did not work out. More RWL Legends Showdown when we return right after the break.